last martial arts weapons lesson, you're gonna be training with your Eskrima or Kali sticks. You can also be called Arnis sticks. This pair comes from combative.com, that's with a K. They don't give me any money, but they did send me these for free. I appreciate them, and it's a great, fun training tool. This is their aluminum Eskrima stick. So with one in each hand, you need a little bit of the stick to come out of the small side of your hand, right where the pinky is. That's so that later you can strike with that. You can strip the weapon out of someone's hand. You can do a joint lock or a pressure point. All that comes from here. So you have to have a little bit there at the very end. So with one in each hand, a little bit coming out, you're gonna drop it and pull it back. When you bring it back, be sure to bring your elbows up. You're starting to get blood, fluid into the shoulder joints especially. You wanna stay safe from injury. Hello, it's good to see you again. Good, I'm glad to have you back. One of you guys asked me about a Patreon page, and I thought, I normally say no, because I don't know anything about it. I went and I looked it up, and I thought, okay, I could do that. That'll help me pay some of the lights, the rent maybe. Just like everybody else, we've been closed for a few months. And so I went for it. I'll put the link below if you're interested. If not, no problem. All right, so you're just doing this warm-up stretch. Now I want you to start to separate. So one arm goes back at a time with your Kali stick. This is gonna give you a bigger range of motion and start to really heal those shoulders. It's also gonna allow you to start to strike harder and faster just by separating. You wanna get a nice strong motion here. Make sure your feet are just directly under your body. That means not too wide. A nice narrow stance to force your core muscles to engage. It's gonna help you when you come in later and you have to fight and you have to move. You wanna be able to move quickly. That comes from a short stance or footwork that's just under your feet. All right, so we've done this warm up here for the arms and the shoulders. Now we're gonna go for the wrist. Drop it forward and bring it forward here. I'm a quiet guy. Most people don't know me. I'm just kind of joking, yeah. What style of martial arts? What style of Kali or Salat or Eskrima? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'll never lie to you. I'm not a master or a guru of this short stick. I'm just a huge fan. I'm passionate about it. I started my first martial art was judo when I was 9. I did that for as long as I could, which wasn't very long because the teacher left. And then later it was Taekwondo. And Taekwondo forever. And I lived in Taekwondo school for about 6 years, and then I lived in my own Taekwondo school for another 2 years before I got my first place. I thought I was supposed to do that, right? All right, so you're going forward, but I've studied and taken classes in many styles. I've taken some Aikido lessons for a while. Go outside, I've done jiu-jitsu for a while, both the traditional, the Japanese style, and the Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Done a lot of boxing. I wrestled for a long time in school, so I have Western wrestling. So you're gonna go outside here, and I've cross-trained in a lot of martial arts. In the Taekwondo school that I was in wasn't really just Taekwondo. The instructor was originally a karate student, Shotokan. So there's a heavy influence of Shotokan and traditional Japanese weapons and all that, but also Kung Fu. I've done a lot of training with Kung Fu, and then of course a lot with the Kali and Salat or Eskrima, whatever you want to call it. All right, so this is warming up your wrists. You want this to be tight. You want it to go faster and faster without opening your hand. If you have to open your hand, congratulations. Yeah, it's too bad you had to stop. Taekwondo is a good general martial art to get started in because the way that it's broken down and taught. It's probably the most codified or easiest to teach and learn of all the styles, where some other styles are more esoteric and they don't really build one thing on the next. They just do a different thing. Go forward and then go back. That's why I like Taekwondo. For younger people especially. As you get older, I'll probably focus more on self-defense basics like boxing, how to stop a takedown, how to shoot. the legs, how to stop someone from shooting your legs, how to sprawl, stuff like that. But that's the best thing about living in this age right now, right? The age of the internet. You don't have to just get stuck in one style. And don't believe anybody if they say, my style beats all styles. Nope, doesn't exist. I don't care what it is. Even if you're a Jeet Kune Do guy. Awesome. Great instructor. All right, start on your shoulders here, and I want you to drop them and pull them back. This is to get faster hands and wrists. And again, all of this is all for street fight self-defense. This is for fighting with this collie stick. It's not just fancy spinning, but it helps make the connection between your hands, and especially when you start to move and these things are coming fast, and maybe in your other hand instead of a stick, you've got a knife, or maybe he's got a knife. You want to be able to be agile and quick, and all this spinning is going to get you there. So start here on the shoulder, spin and drop it, spin and bring it back. Drop it and bring it back. One of my goals for this space here is quantum martial arts. I'm in, it's close to Jupiter, Florida, a little town called Lake Park in Palm Beach County, right next to Palm Beach Gardens. But the goal is, this is like the perfect size. I'm gonna bring all the instructors in that I like and all the styles. I'm gonna share them with you for free here on this site. That's my next, as soon as they open us back up, that's what I'm doing next. Hopefully, my first guest, hopefully, haven't talked to him yet, will be, yeah, Jeet Kune Do is a fun thing to do, will be Bill Superfoot Wallace. He lives just down the street. So go down, go up. And he still has the magic. Guy's amazing. All right, now what I want you to do is separate it, right? So I want you to do one hand down and then the other hand down. So 1, 2, and don't worry, if you don't get this right away, I didn't get it right away. It might take a little bit longer. Just keep moving in the direction you want to go and you'll get there. 1 down, and then the next. And then, if you can, you want to move into this. This is how you know that your brain is starting to get these motions down. And this is down and up. Ultimately, you want to go into striking here and fighting in front of your body, right? You want it to come here, and so you're going to do that same thing. Instead of dropping it down, you're going to bring it out into this strike. And notice that this makes a cone of protection in front of my face. I want to block myself or protect myself here. So I'm going to go out and back, out and back. And the whole time, I think I started to say this, but I don't know if I got it out. Don't open your hand, okay? Keep your fingers on it and allow your wrist to become more flexible. So from here, 1 and back, 2 and back, 1. There it is, 2, 1, 2, and then if you can, at the same time, this is where you might hit yourself a little, but that's good. That's a good sign. That shows that you're growing. Hello, it's good to see you. Patrick, grab your sticks. Let's train. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then faster and faster. And don't worry, again, if you're not there right away, you're not supposed to be right there right away. It's going to take you a little bit of time. Now, put one stick either on the ground or just hold it up, and I want you to strike with the other hand. This is my right hand. Start with your right. Put your right foot forward. Make your body smaller. Remember, you're going to fight from behind your sticks, fight from behind your weapon. That's the general rule. From here, striking through all the way. Think of temple to cheek or clavicle to rib. Come all the way through and then bring it up to the other side and then bring it all the way through. Does that sound okay? I'm using a new microphone. It's not new, it's something I had, but I had to get an attachment. Does everybody hear me all right? Make sure that's in there. All right. Trying to get rid of all the extra sounds. 1, 2. 1, 2. First 2 angles. Come through 1, 2. Your goal is to get it as tight as possible in front. Oh, good, thank you. In front of your body, in front of your body. So 1, 2, and then turn your hand, palm up. You're gonna bring it up and through the other way. And the purpose of turning your palm up and not just bringing it this way is two purposes, 2 reasons, twofold. One is this later can become the machete. This can become a knife, a short sword. and you want the blade facing your threat, right? You're defending yourself. 2, if you bring it up this way and you run into their body or their stick or something else, your hand, you're gonna lose the grip, you're gonna lose your stick. It's gonna come right out. If your palm is turned up, when it comes up here, it's gonna push into your palm. It's not going anywhere. So from here, again, right hand, right foot forward, either one stick on the ground or bring it up. 1, 2, turn it over, 3, same thing, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, do about 30 seconds. On the right side, just get that double X. So it's an X going down and it's an X coming up. Then switch your feet. Left hand, left foot forward, right one in the guard, it's in the ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And this is just 4 of many strikes, many angles that you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4 that also translate later into the knife. If you want to learn how to knife fight for self-defense, learn how to fight with a knife. It's all the same angles. It's the same angles. It's the same angles, but also your hand, where you're going to strike and defend yourself. It's the same angles. Martial arts shares that with most styles. Even though they come from different places, they have different emphasis, different weapons. They all have similar angles. There's only so many ways that you can hit somebody. And then the way the body's made, the body's set up, made with all these angles. The ribs, right? They go at an angle. You stick that knife in for self-defense. You have to know what your target is, where you're gonna get somebody. And you learn that very quickly using the collie sticks, or a screamer or arnis, whatever you wanna call them. All right, so back to the shoulders. We did one side for 30 seconds, the other side for 30 seconds. We're gonna stop at those 4 angles, but put them together in what's called Sinawali, or weaving pattern. You're gonna take this right one, put it on your shoulder, take the left one, put it on your ribs on the right side, just under your arm. And then get everything tight, because I want you to fight tight behind your sticks. Put your right foot forward, strike angle 1, and then angle 2 on the left hand. So from here, 1, 2. That's gonna bring it back here, and then angle 2 on the right hand, and then angle 1 on the left hand. Good morning, Slick, it's good to see you. Vic, I just canceled the postage for the US Postal Service because they don't have any supplies. I finally made it to the front counter. There was nothing there. Insane. So it's coming UPS. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and under. So this is angle 1, this is angle 2 on the other hand. This is angle 1 on this hand. So from here, 1, 2, 3. And I want you to think of the V, the letter V. From here, goes down and comes up in a V. Goes out and comes up in a V. Goes down and comes under, chambered on the other side, exactly the same way you were here. So right foot forward, this is the first level, Sinawali. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you have a broomstick, but not collie sticks or screaming sticks, get a broomstick and cut it in half, and you can follow me. You can do this workout. From here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. I also put the link below. And then one of you asked me about the Patreon. I set up the Patreon account. You can help me pay for the lights, help me keep this going, help me bring in some of these other instructors. We're gonna make these free. Yeah, absolutely. Don't wait too long to get started though. I made that mistake when I was younger. I was a perfectionist on each style of martial art I did. And I didn't want anything else to mess it up. Because that's what my instructors told me. Don't go, I'm not gonna do the accent because they were Korean. Don't go take this other style because it's gonna mess you up. But the truth was, they didn't want me to quit and stop paying tuition. I think it's in the link below. It's my last name, it's my full name, Matt Pasquinelli. But it should be in there somewhere. If not, I'll try to post it somewhere else. And I appreciate it. It just, like I said, I'm gonna start bringing in other instructors. We're gonna try to, my goal is to make all this stuff available to you. Whether you can pay, you wanna pay, you can't pay, it doesn't matter. It's like we're part of this global community of martial artists, this virtual dojo, global virtual dojo. But it's also, this is how martial arts has been spread for thousands of years. This teacher to student transmission happens in the backyard, happens on the mountainside, happens in the monastery 1,000 years ago. But now, because of this and the internet, it happens virtually, and we're connected instantaneously, no matter where you are, no matter where I am in the world. And to me, that's exciting. That's better than the other model, because the other model meant most of the time, and still today, most of the time you have to have money. And sometimes you have to have a lot of money to be able to take martial arts. But that's not right. That's not what martial arts is for. It's for self-defense, it's for fitness, it's for building confidence, it's for learning how to be a better person. And all of that is priceless, but you shouldn't have to put a big old price tag on it. I don't need any chickens, don't send me any chickens. That's how they used to do it, you know, give the instructor some eggs or some chickens or, you know, a little bit of milk or something from the cow, some of the harvest, some of the grain. I can't pay for Florida Public or Florida Power and Light. They won't take my chicken eggs, but the Patreon helps. I do appreciate that. My landlord, who's in the same building, I tried paying him once. And I said, hey man, let me, you know, I don't have any income coming in, but I'd gladly teach. I know you got grandkids. And he laughed. Yeah, that's what he did. He laughed too. He's like, no. And he said the same thing. I can't pay the mortgage with good intentions, young man. They love calling me young man. I like hanging out with really old people because it makes me feel young. All right, so this is Sinawali, the basics. We started with warm up the shoulders. We went into a split motion. So you really get a good stretch. And it's not about just stretching, it's about that speed of your strike. Because when you go into self-defense, street fight self-defense, it's all about committing through the target to defend yourself. You want to be able to stop a bigger opponent in a street fight, right? You want to fight the bigger opponent, bigger attacker, multiple attackers. You have to be able to, none of your strikes can be lackadaisical or lazy or relaxed or whatever. So when you train, a lot of people make this mistake. I see them. They never go past this basic speed because this is comfortable, but you don't grow outside of your comfort zone. So you have to start going faster, and every once in a while you're gonna hit yourself and you're gonna feel it, and it's gonna be a good reminder that you're alive and that you're growing and you're learning, but don't be afraid to do that. All right, I'll see you on the next one. I wanted to give you a fast martial arts lesson. I know we haven't done collie sticks in a while. If you need a pair, there's the link below. I'm gonna go grab another weapon. I was thinking about this tonfa. Haven't done tonfa in a while either. We might do tonfa next. It's one of my favorites. And I should have time within the next 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll see you again, hopefully. If not, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.